What's good, y'all? Welcome to my review of War for the Planet of the Apes. Came back to the theater not too long ago. Now I'm going to give you a review, and I'm going to make this as concise because it's currently 10:28 right now. While I'm recording this video, and Toonami's gonna start in like an hour, so I want to keep this brief so I can, sit back, relax, and enjoy Toonami. Enjoy some Tokyo Ghoul and Rude, which I actually personally fucking love Tokyo Ghoul Rude. Some Dragon Ball Super, Kai, Lupin the Third, and other stuff. Yeah, I'm trying to see. So, War for the Planet of the Apes. This is the best in the trilogy of this rebooted slash prequel Planet of the Apes story. So let's talk about it. So the movie is directed by Matt Reeves, same guy that directed Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and it is starring, of course, Andy Serkis as Caesar, who, amazing, he is the master of mocap for a reason, and Woody Harrelson as the Colonel. So now, the plot of this movie, I'm going to try to keep this as spoiler-free as possible, but it's pretty much, how do I describe this without really giving away much? After the wars that were started by Copa, Caesar now pretty much has to deal with the cleanup of it, and he meets a little girl somewhere around, and shit goes down. That's literally all I'm going to tell you. So let's talk about the cast. As I said, Andy Serkis as Caesar, magnifique. Seriously, this dude better get an Oscar. Seriously, him and Hugh Jackman from Logan, they better get an Oscar noms for this. Oh my god, and he did a fantastic job. The mocap, oh my god, the motion capture on the apes. These apes are real. These apes look so lifelike. I'm shocked. Every time I keep forgetting that these are not real apes. I'm always shocked. Like, I know you're not real, but you look so real. Like, you can see, and there's a lot of times where they're like right from the camera, you can see the fur on their face, the facial expressions they make, the CGI, the artists and animators of the CG. You deserve a fucking Oscar for this. They deserve an Oscar for this. And Woody Harrelson as a Colonel also did a fantastic job. You can really feel the hatred he has for apes in this movie. He just nails. He's definitely a fantastic as a villain, as well as the guy that plays the bad ape. He just did perfect. He was never annoying. I never found him annoying like Jar Jar Binks. He did a fantastic job. But they gave him enough time to where he wouldn't be annoying, but he would definitely work as a comic relief character. He did a fantastic job, as well as Who's that one ape? Hold up. The orangutan dude? I forget his name. I think it was like Marquise, I think his name is. He also did the actor who plays him, also fantastic job. And yeah, then I've already talked about how amazing the CGI is for this movie. The apes look amazing. The apes look amazing. Although, and I literally have no flaws with this movie other than the fact that if you were going to this movie expecting it to be an action because it's called War for the Planet of the Apes, it's really not. It's more or less like a battle for the Planet of the Apes. But that name's already taken. So yeah, don't expect it just to be a full-blown action. You do get your action scene, but that's all the way at the very end. The rest of it is a thinking movie, the one that makes you pay attention. The rest is like a drama, amazing acting, and probably anything less than action. So yeah. Now let's talk about, and so my final verdict for this movie. Then I'll get into the spoiler section. There's a couple things I want to talk about the spoilers. I will give this movie 10 apes. Why 10 apes? If you watch Cinemassacre, you know why I'm giving this movie 10 apes. So yeah. Now we are going to talk about the spoiler section of the review, so if you don't want to know any spoilers for War of the Planet of the Apes, click off now, in 3, 2, 1, let's start. Alright, guys, so, at the end of this movie, Caesar dies. Now, and they made their way to the desert, which was their plan. They were going to, go from the desert after the humans, raided their house and killed Caesar's wife and child. And now, since Caesar's dead because he got struck by an arrow from the human that he saved and he let survive, that he just let him go after they caught him, he died, and now that leaves. And now they've all reached this area. Now they've all reached past the desert to their new homeland after they got out of the woods, which looks very similar to the original Planet of the Apes. And in fact, the little girl that's in the trails, she does not. She is actually named Nova. Maurice gives her the name Nova, which for you guys that know, Nova was a girl that was who was that guy in the original Planet? Let me look it up real quick. Planet of the Apes. Planet of the Apes, 1968. Alright, cast. Charlton Heston, the girl that that was always with Charlton Heston. Her name was Noah, so I guess it's kind of means that she becomes a slave somehow or something. And also that one of Caesar's kids is named Doctor. Fuck, I can't remember that ape's name, but he was one of the doctors in the original Planet of the Apes movie. So you can really see that this movie's starting to place the pieces and how this leads up to the original Planet. But now, and they also announced, guys, how in the original Planet of the Apes movie, you saw it, that in the original Planet of the Apes, we saw that actually, that the humans were all mute, and then we accept, Charles Heston's character. And I'm sure a lot of you, like my dad, actually suspected of it being. Oh yeah, actually, I was actually going to tell you guys a story about how my dad actually was introduced into Planet of the Apes. How we get into. I think I'll tell you that in my manga, manga pickups video that I will do tomorrow, since it's so late outside. Tsunami is going to start in like an hour. I want to get through this video quickly. Yeah, Charles. Now, like my dad thought that they were always mute because they had to remove the vocal, but you found that the disease that killed the human race in Rise of the Planet of the Apes, as well as I guess also kind of like Dawn, as well. We find out that the virus actually mutated itself to also where it affects I'm guessing your brain function to where you cannot speak, and it pretty much makes you primitive pets. Slaves, but it's like the humans were in the original Planet. So this movie is leading in, and there are also a couple extra references that this movie is leading into thinking how this leads up to the original Planet. Now, if they end up just leaving the Planet series here, just war, that's it, they're gonna leave it there, or I can see, but I will be perfectly satisfied by it. But I can also definitely see them continuing with I don't know. I honestly can't think of any other names. Maybe. I don't know. I can't really think of any names, but it could definitely maybe talk about how the humans actually destroyed themselves, and maybe see how the Statue of Liberty wind up on that beach. Seeing, we can see definitely how the humans destroyed themselves, and seeing how it really leads into the first movie, and then they could probably end the series up with a remake of the first movie, or maybe take it the first movie and then take it, do their own spin on it, because granted, there were those prequel movies that were released after the original Planet of the Apes, Conquest of the Planet of the Apes, Escape from the Planet of the Apes, and Battle for the Planet of the Apes. Granted, there's that, so but I could also definitely see them just do one movie that be the bridge between War of the Planet of the Apes and the original Planet of the Apes. I can see them definitely linking those two together, making this a bridge where how they fit in smoothly. Because this movie does do a good job, and you can pretty much figure out from this point on what went down. But there's definitely enough story in there for one more movie, or perhaps two, with the second one being a possible remake, which I'm personally open to. I can definitely see them doing a remake to finally have the series go full circle. So yeah, guys, if you enjoyed the video, so yeah, that's pretty much all I want to get out from this place. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like if you did, subscribe if you're new, and as always, come back for more. See you guys next time. Now, excuse me, I'm going to enjoy some Tsunami.